You're watching dcbornrob, Erasing Borders.
It is Monday, February 24th, 2025, and this is the latest breaking news from Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. If you're not familiar with my channel, I read the news for those who are visiting Medellin, Colombia, or anywhere else in Colombia and want to know what's going on before you get there, as well as for expats who live there and want to know the news in English. For everybody who takes a second and go down and hit like,
Simone, that's it.
That's right. That's for you. Let's jump into this first story right away. First up, the Shakira update. There are literally probably 15 stories all about Shakira and the canceling of the show. Let me at least give you an update as far as what happened last Friday. Breaking news for Shakira fans in Medellin. The highly anticipated concert scheduled for February 24th has been canceled due to structural damage to the stage. Shakira's team learned of the issue at 3 a.m. Friday, but organizers waited until after her Barranquilla performance to inform her. The damage to the stage roof, installed by the local production team, posed a significant safety risk to the artist, her staff, and the thousands of fans who had traveled from all over Colombia and even abroad. Many fans expressed their frustration, with some already having spent money on travel and accommodation. Now, for those seeking refunds, contact the ticket vendor directly. They're processing returns, and organizers are also exploring rescheduling options. Keep your tickets, they're saying. Medellin's mayor says Medellin is not a den of bandits. Medellin's mayor, Pedro Gutierrez, emphasized that the city is not a haven for criminals after the capture of the Spanish fugitive. Denis Santiago, a street dweller, was identified during a city intervention. He was wanted by Spanish authorities for serious crimes, criminal organization membership, fraud, money laundering, and document forgery. Santiago had a history of escaping imprisonment in Ghana and entering Colombia via Venezuela. Gutierrez highlighted the capture as proof of effective law enforcement and rejected the idea of Medellin being a den of bandits. In Medellin's music news, Medellin's Rock Comuna 6 is celebrating its 20th anniversary with a huge festival at Juanes de la Paz Park on March 2nd, 2025. Spanish rock legends Toreros Muertos headline, returning after a decade. Mexican ska punk band Mayor Scala will make their Medellin debut. The festival also honors local ska pioneers Burkina. Expected a diverse lineup, including thrash death metal from Decor, punk from Ira, interpreted Desconcido, and Casi Nada, plus heavy metal from Socorros. The event, starting at 1 p.m., promises a day of high-energy rock from local, national, and international acts, marking 2 decades of rock history in Medellin. A reminder to beware of the ticklers. Over 150 people have been arrested in Medellin Metro this year for theft, primarily by ticklers who exploit crowds. These thieves steal valuables on platforms and inside trains. Police advise passengers to keep valuables in front pockets, bags in front, and remain vigilant. Be wary of suspicious individuals and sudden disturbances. The Metro urges passengers to use emergency buttons and report thefts to help authorities identify and dismantle criminal groups. They also remind riders to keep their belongings secure and to be aware of their surroundings. Medellin's surge in tourism exposes a dark side. In Medellin, Colombia, a surge in tourism has brought a dark twist. The killings of tourists and local women linked to dating apps. The city, once a battlefield for drug cartels, has seen violence drop, attracting 1.4 million visitors last year, many American. However, authorities report a rise in crimes where tourists, often men, meet women online, only to be drugged with substances like scopolamine, robbed, or deleted. 5 tourist deaths last year, including a Minnesotan activist, have heightened concerns alongside the increase of trafficking. Medellin's mayor vows to tackle the issue as the U.S. Embassy warns against app-based meetups. Another major police operation in El Centro. A major operation targeting cell phone theft hit downtown Medellin. Over 250 police officers and city officials inspected cell phone shops, checking over 500 devices. 5 stolen phones were found in 45 phones, and 76 screens were seized due to lack of documentation. 2 people were arrested for buying and selling stolen goods, and 7 shops were temporarily closed for irregularities. Traffic enforcement also took place, resulting in vehicle seizure and traffic citations. The city plans to continue these operations to dismantle cell phone theft and resale networks. In US-Colombia migration news, hundreds of Colombians in the U.S., along with thousands of others, face potential deportation after the Trump administration suspended humanitarian parole programs. These programs, initiated by Biden, offer temporary legal status and work permits, including a family reunification program that benefited Colombians. Trump's DHS cited fraud and security concerns, halting new applications and blocking beneficiaries from changing their status to permanent residency or asylum. Over 1,100 Colombians are affected, with permits set to expire in late 2025. They now face the difficult choice of returning to Colombia or remaining in the U.S. illegally, facing deportation. The suspension has drawn criticism from migration experts, leaving many in legal limbo. Remember, if you are shipping anything to Medellin, Colombia, or anywhere else in Colombia, or anywhere else in the Caribbean for that matter, Caribbean Shippers got you covered. CaribbeanShipper.com. Okay, El Salvador's President Bukele criticizes Petro. On February 23, 2025, El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele criticized Colombia's President Gustavo Petro during a private meeting with prominent businessmen, including Carlos Slim. Bukele remarked that Petro, after taking a few too many drinks, triggered geopolitical crisis, specifically referencing Colombia's recent tensions with the U.S. over deportations. Speaking at an event aired publicly on February 23rd, Bukele highlighted El Salvador's stability and strong U.S. ties, contrasting it with Colombia's perceived instability under Petro. The comments made to encourage investment in El Salvador add to ongoing friction between the two leaders, who have clashed over security policies in the past. Petro recalls crisis with Trump. President Gustavo Petro of Colombia recently recalled a diplomatic crisis with the United States over deportations. The incident began with Petro refused entry to U.S. military planes carrying deported Colombians, citing concerns about their treatment. In response, President Donald Trump threatened to impose a tariff on Colombian imports. Petro defiantly recounted his reaction to Trump's threat, stating, "When he threatened because of the airplanes, he said, 'I'm going to raise tariffs.' Well, I said, 'Well, do it, because we also raise tariffs.' And that's the end of that story." However, the crisis was ultimately resolved through diplomatic channels. The Colombian president also expressed concerns about the future of the free trade agreement between the two countries, describing Trump as unpredictable. Medellin is diversifying its tourism beyond vacation. It's becoming a hub for business, weddings, and medical treatments. Business tourism is booming, with over 230 events generating $50 million and attracting 170,000 attendees. Medellin also hosts around 1,500 foreign weddings annually, contributing $20 million to the economy, drawn by its climate and venues. Health tourism is surging, with over 20,000 international patients treated in 2023. While these sectors grow, challenges remain, including infrastructure, air connectivity, and addressing issues like over-tourism and security. The city aims to balance growth with sustainability. New activities in Medellin. Medellin's articulated life units offer diverse free activities across several neighborhoods. These community spaces, managed by the EPM Foundation, provide programs in yoga, ecology, technology, art, and sports. Each UVA has unique offerings tailored to its community. Examples include computer classes in Manrique, gardening in El Poblado, and family workshops in Villa Hermosa. Activities range from basic computer skills and crafting to environmental awareness and dance. The UVAs, celebrating 10 years, aim to foster community engagement and provide safe, enriching spaces for residents of all ages. Check the specific UVA schedule for detailed timing and offerings Go check these activities out, or better yet, volunteer to help. Link will be in the description. In Central American migration news, Panama is facing a crisis with deportees from the United States being housed in hotels due to overcrowded detention centers. The influx of deportees has overwhelmed the country's resources, leading to concerns about the conditions and management of these individuals. The government is seeking solutions to address the overcrowding and ensure proper care for the deportees while balancing the needs of its own citizens. In more migration news, the U.S. military has deployed hundreds of troops to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, to prepare for the detention of migrants. This move is part of President Donald Trump's immigration crackdown. The base, known for holding terrorism suspects, is being set up to accommodate about 30,000 migrants. The deployment includes personnel from the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and National Guard. The legality of detaining migrants at Guantanamo Bay has been questioned, raising concerns about the rights and vetting of those held there. Colombia's foreign minister speaks at the United Nations. On February 24, 2025, Colombia's Foreign Minister Laura Sarabia delivered a striking speech at the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva, declaring that no migrant is illegal. Emphasizing that migrants are not criminals, she urged states to uphold humane treatment and international human rights standards. Speaking during Colombia's debut as a full voting member of the Council, Sarabia highlighted the nation's commitment to protecting vulnerable groups, including migrant women and indigenous populations. Her address underscored Colombia's push for dignity and respect in global migration policies, aligning with its historical role in peace-building and human rights advocacy. Lastly, Trump mocks Colombian president. On February 23, 2025, at the Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, U.S. President Donald Trump mocked Colombian President Gustavo Petro over a diplomatic crisis that unfolded in late January. The tensions arose when Petro initially refused to accept 2 flights of deported Colombian migrants from the United States, prompting Trump to impose sanctions, including 25% tariffs on Colombian exports and visa restrictions. After diplomatic talks, Colombia reversed its stance within hours, agreeing to receive the deportees. Trump ridiculed Petro's quick turnaround, saying, "Remember when Colombia said, 'We won't take them'? And 13 minutes later, they were sending planes to pick them up." The brief standoff ended with an agreement, averting further economic fallout. Okay, remember, if you're going to Medellin, Colombia, get your teeth right. I mean, if you're going there, might as well get your teeth right. My guy, and whom I'm recommending, is my dentist, Dr. Carlos Maury. Get your teeth right. I mean, it's so inexpensive, especially by comparison. Do this. Before you go down, go to your dentist in the United States, get a checkup, get your teeth clean. And if they say, "Oh, you need this, you need that, you need that," tell them to give you a quote. And as soon as they say 3,000-4,000 with insurance, get on a plane and go to Medellin, Colombia, and see my dentist. And there are many dentists and doctors there to choose from. I'm just giving you one that I recommend because I smile for a reason. Anyway, you guys are up to date with the latest news out of Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
My name is dcbornrob and thank y'all for your support. Travel can be rough, it's not a game, not a sport. So on your next trip, be on your best behavior. Someone's always watching, don't try to be a savior. Travel safe, I'm always gonna tell ya. Don't take too many chances or it all can be over, but to get down with them, my thing and do keeps holding things the same trials as ever. My name's Steven Rose, like I'm with the Swagans. The Swagans, cause see this summer crowded, the clean, you just wanna stop them low left the
So hey girl, thanks for coming by my place.
No worries. You mind if our girlfriend can come by with us?
Hell no. This is why I watch DC Rob.
Kini excited, dili na mag-online. Kung sabay dugayan, chika babes kay nasulan. Ay dali padulan, ako ang padulan. Karamelum-luman, dili-dili na tuluman. Oy, shock ka, makalok-kalok-ka. Si Bona sexy, lawas murag Coca-Cola. Ang kanyag ni mo sa akong kalibutan nga saan. Wala ko ikatubag. tawagan. Mura kagabun sa kabugnaw sa taas. Sa imong paghawas, lawas ni mo labas. Sinut walay gasgas, ako amo basbas.
Yo, it's DC Raw, peep the stream, daily dose. East Coast swagger, hit you with that travel pros. Colombia trips, Medellin tips on the real. Stay safe, stay aware, what's the deal? News on lock, know the blocks before you walk. Stick to the tours, avoid that shady talk. Urban jungle vibes for miles is hot. Keep your eyes and ears open, dots to connect the plot. For your journey, pack your mind, strap it tight. Travel safe insurance just in case, day or night. Rob's the plug, got the news tips to thrive. Medellin's your oyster, just stay wise to stay alive. Link up or sink, use the wisdom that's your shield. Guided tours, soak the culture, streets revealed. Wondrous spots, safe zones, that's the key. DC Rob's the name, bringing you the clarity. Roll smart, roll deep with that travel wisdom. Medellin's a charm, minus the hazards that glisten. Follow the guide, navigate the pave. DC Rob, for your peace, make that trip safe. Hit the airport, got the passport stamp clean. Dream destination, life a vibrant scene. Cautious moves is your cruise, play your part. DC Rob coming through, future